Okay, hey there YouTube. Not sure if this is working very well, and I'm assuming it probably isn't. So I've got some pretty bad internet connection right now. Not entirely sure if people are going to actually be able to watch this. So we're going to find out. We're going to try a little bit and see if we manage to get anybody in here and if people are able to see this. And if they can't, then we'll have to do something else maybe. But I'll probably go ahead and make a video, put it out right away instead. My internet is running pretty badly though, and I might not even be able to play this game here, so we might have to switch games as well. Let's just do some other things though. Check out if I've got access to this. Try to have my own stream up on the other window. Yeah, I keep getting this little pop-up that says I'm not getting enough video to maintain smooth streaming. There has been something weird about my internet lately. I'm checking our network connection properties and everything like that and available networks, and everything looks like it's fine. I'm like full bars, I'm receiving data and everything, so it's strange that that's happening. But either way, let's try jumping into a game here and see if we can do anything. Alright, so that looks like that is sort of working. Although it looks, again, frozen. Yeah, so not too sure what it exactly is wrong with my internet right now. Like, it's receiving information really well, it's not getting outgoing information very well, apparently. So I'm not too sure what's causing that. I've tried a couple things to try and correct it, but we'll see if it works. Yeah, the last couple games, like, it's been so bad, but that was like a couple days ago. It was that bad, but I couldn't even like issue orders to my units. Like, I could see stuff happening on the screen for the most part, although it would have hitches in that as well, where it would just like disconnect completely. But most of the time, it would just be like I can't issue orders to units at all. So I'd have my units sort of standing there, and I'd try to build a barracks, and I couldn't, sort of thing. Either way. One of the other alternatives, if it's the streaming works out okay and the game doesn't let me play online, then we can either play a different game, or I could play the campaign. I haven't really played the campaign for this in like ages. Ages of Vampires. So that was a bad joke. Anyway, yeah, I am interested in potentially doing that though, because it is just about like it's around American Thanksgiving. I don't actually know when you guys celebrate Thanksgiving. I'm assuming it's coming up at some point soon. Canadian Thanksgiving is back in October, and it's a little bit different, so I'm not actually sure what technically Canadian Thanksgiving celebrates, like what the specific date means. But I think America's, it's like they ate dinner with some people they were going to murder or something like that. I don't know. It's very ominous. Alright, so this has happened for me before where it will let me load into a game, but then I can't play it. So we'll find out if it's fixed, because I checked yesterday, my connection was worse yesterday than it seems to be today. It seems to be a little bit better. So we'll see if it's fixed just from my internet service provider, maybe having done something, or maybe my computer's reset itself a couple times, or I've reset my computer a couple times. Alright, that's not looking too bad. Yeah, this is looking okay. Are you a wood treasure? 80. Food. Alright. Do that like that. Okay. That's enough wood. Alright, you guys. Don't really want to get that one. So yeah, this is more of a tester game. It's my first game of the day. It's my first game in a couple days, actually. So don't expect too much out of my performance on this one. Generally speaking, take a little bit to get back into the swing of things when I play these sorts of games. And yeah, just accept some losses here. Alright. Or just because I'm guessing my opponent... Connection loss. That might actually be on my end. Okay, so I don't know if that was my connection being lost or if that was actually his connection being lost. Maybe everybody's internet sucks right now. Okay. Yeah, so this is not promising here. The stream looks like it's going pretty smooth though. It's not looking too bad. Matchmaking server error. Okay, there's this weird buffering that happens like as soon as no, it's actually a little bit after I've won the match, so. Okay, yeah, now there's just huge amounts of buffering for this one. Interesting. Yeah, we might choose a different game that's a little bit less internet connection reliant. Which is unfortunate. It would be nice to figure out exactly like what precisely is causing this, because I've gone through a bunch of debugging options to try and figure out what's wrong with my connection, and like 99% of my internet is working fine. It's just playing online games right now. I'm experiencing some really bad stability on it. And a lot of, I'm guessing there's some sort of packet loss going on there or something like that. From probably client side, probably from my computer or something like that, but I can't figure out what's causing that. Well, either way, if this, if one more match crashes out, even if it's like my opponent crashing out, I'm going to assume something's wrong, and I'm going to switch over to a non-online mode. Could also be a good time to try and practice, like, just versus the AI a little bit with other factions, because, like, the big thing that stops me from playing things that are not Japan in this game is that hunting is a really annoying mechanic. Essentially... Oh, that's interesting. You know what? That's probably a sign. Yeah, so I'll give you guys a quick show here of something. So let's switch teams over. Random personalities are fine. Standard, I guess. Switch this to 2. And we're going to switch myself over to the Dutch, because that's usually what I used to play. Actually, I have to go through the deck builder too here. Get to look at what a Dutch deck potentially could look like here. So actually just delete everything out of this here. Yeah, so for the Dutch, you really want the cards that increase your bank capacity. So you're definitely going to include those. You'll probably include your 3 settler card, since that's always a really good first card to send before you age up there. Going into the Commerce Age, generally speaking, you're going to want to have the 700 wood and potentially something like the 700 food or the 700 gold. If you want to do an age up there, pikeman, infantry attack, bank wagon, potentially a good idea, but unfortunately this one doesn't increase your limit, so we're not going to bother with that. With the Dutch, you're going to want stuff like fencing school. Ragging school could be important, but I think fencing school is much more important for them. We'll definitely we'll take both in this case. Frontier defenses is pretty powerful for the Dutch. It's not a ton of resources worth of stuff though. The 700 wood should cover that. Dutch East India Company, I don't think we really need that. Yeah, so the question I would have at this point in time is really, what sort of strategy would I be doing with this? Like, one of the real weird issues with these guys is that the only thing they can get through shipments is the 8 pikes and the Thars, which is a pretty okay card. It's not the worst. So we'll include that just as another sort of emergency unit. You could also use, like, spies, but it doesn't really necessarily work in a lot of situations here. Generally speaking, like, I think that the Dutch don't necessarily want to stay age 2 too long. You generally want to age up, although they can fight pretty effectively from age 2. On Fortress Age here. At this point in time, you've got a lot more options in terms of your units there. Infantry combat card is probably going to be a really good option, missing sort of as we continue along here. Definitely go factories. Tulip speculation, very, very important for the Dutch. The fact that we have to get up to industrial, I'm seeing like the really good cards. They did shuffle actually the position of some of them. It does make me a bit worried here. Could send like heavy fortification and stuff like that. Man, is it, yeah, just to shout out again, like, we are experiencing some technical difficulties here. My stream is crapping out a lot.